In February 2018, a statue of Leicester's most famous suffragette, Alice Hawkins, was unveiled to the public in Market area of the city centre. Now in 2023, on International Women's Day, the English Heritage unveiled a blue plaque in front of her historical home in the Frost Road area of the city. I met up with Peter Barrett, the great-grandson of Alice Hawkins and holder of some of the family's archives. Here he tells me how a postcard was found in the archives bearing Alice's name and then address of 18 Mantle Road, Leicester.
I think it is a matter of public record that she lived there from various trade directories of the day. There wasn't any accurate census in the UK until 1911. Within the collection of postcards, suffragette postcards that I have, one of the postcards was posted to her by a Leeds-based suffragette, Mary Gawthorne, and it was posted to Alice, and it went through the postal system. Although I could have possibly researched it through public records, It's the one postcard in the collection with Alice's address on.
Sean Hedgesquin sculpted the statue, and he told me how it was an honour for him to sculpt a statue of a female historical figure.
Any female, like I said, in England, have sadly been neglected over the years in terms of being commemorated in statual form. I think they account for something like 2% of all statues unveiled in the United Kingdom. And the statue of Alice was one of the first, well, certainly the first in Leicester, and one of the first in the UK of a woman.
Liam Johnson, an assistant principal at Frostmead Primary School, had a few words to say about the importance of educating the children on Alice's struggles and campaigns.
For our children, growing up in an area where a lot of their families work, and we want the children to be inspired by the stories of people who've come before, particularly our girls. On International Women's Day, it's fantastic to have this event because our girls realise that the work from women years before has paved the way for them to be able to achieve whatever they want to achieve.
Sue Waddington, local councillor for the area, was also at the unveiling and told me what it means to the local area.
She is the only person now who lived in the ward who has a blue plaque, and it's important that we remember her because she was a working class woman who lived with her family in a small house, but she went out campaigning for women's rights. She went to prison 5 times as a result of the protests, and she worked hard for equal pay for women. So, as you saw, if you were able to attend earlier, how much it means to the children who live in this area.
Alice Hawkins is someone that the historical city of Leicester is very fond of, and her act of protest and passion for change has inspired the city and the young generation.